To all my friends from high school, I wonder how you're doing now. Did your life give you what you wanted? Or is there more story to tell? Did you shake the dust from this little town off? Or do your roots run too deep? No matter what life has dealt you, enjoy the fruits that you reap. There's a time to dance, there's a time to cry, there's a time to spread your wings and fly. There's a time to laugh, there's a time to mourn, there's a time to be reborn. Life is quick, life is fast. Live each day like it's your last. That's a lesson I learned a few years ago. When you're young, you think you know all there is to know. There's a time to dance, there's a time to cry, there's a time to spread your wings and fly. There's a time to laugh, there's a time to mourn, there's a time to be reborn. Life can be so hard at times, so damn cruel. No matter what you got going, remember that golden rule. In life you get one shot, so give it all you got. If you don't try, you won't know. Start today and reap what you sow. There's a time to dance, there's a time to cry, there's a time to spread your wings and fly. There's a time to laugh, there's a time to mourn, there's a time to be reborn. There's a time to dance, there's a time to cry, there's a time to spread your wings and fly. There's a time to laugh, there's a time to mourn, there's a time to be reborn.
What's up, everybody? How'd that sound? Sound good on y'all's end?
Sounded a little bit off on my end, but I think it's where I'm on my cell phone and earbuds tonight, so hopefully I sound okay.
Yeah, see who's in the chat here real quick. We got Hillbilly, Rip It, Blue Eyes, Tim Windsor, Christy Yant, let's see, Martin's daddy. Yeah, I'm not. He deleted his channel, but I'm not in the mood to talk about that moron right now. This is just about the music. But what's up, Martin's daddy? Let's see. Merry Christmas there. Merry Christmas there to everybody. I didn't mean to cut you off,
brother. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to say hello to Hillbilly. I like that. It sounds like church music. Hello, everyone in chat. Hello, Christy, Blue Eyes, Rip It, Tim, anyone I missed. Hello. I'm able to see the chat, but where I'm on just my cell phone, I'm not able to join the chat. So I just want to thank everyone and wish them a Merry Christmas. And thank you, Shotty, for having me on, man. It is an honor. And sorry it took so long. I know our schedules conflicted. Yesterday, my throat was a little bit shot, and also had was my 50th birthday. And so
happy birthday. I told you yesterday, but happy birthday again to
thank
Goose.
You very much. So thank you very much.
went around the sun a whole nother year.
Yeah, 50 years old, half a century. And I don't feel it most days. But it's definitely
Yeah,
weird. I mean, and it's not weird saying it, but when you see it wrote on paper, because there was a buddy of mine that got me a book and a card, and he like has happy 50th birthday. When you see it wrote 50, that's like, whoa, I'm 50 years old. Where the hell's time gone to? And you know, that's just a little bit of what that song you just played's about. Just about growing old and having time and thinking back, and hopefully everyone gets what they want out of life. Because never settle. I always try to be a better version of you each day. And, even if you're now, there's not hope for some people. And, if you're a pedophile, or you hurt old people or abuse children, or if you're Johnny Gobble, there's no hope for you. But,
yeah,
there's, I just try to be the best version of myself I can each day. And,
yeah. I apologize there that it took so long to do this live.
You are fine, man. Like I said, it's an honor, and
I knew we'd get around to it though.
yeah, and
At the right timing, at the right timing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And I want to thank you again and give you a huge shout out, because Shotty's one of those people. When I come up with a song and I finish a demo, and most of the time I'll send it to Shotty and two other friends of mine, and I rotate back and forth because I don't want to bombard everybody and be that person that's like I always send a video saying, "Hey, watch this," and let me know what you think, because I've got family members that do that, and that that gets a little bit overbearing sometimes. And but I want to thank you for all your support and for encouraging me to put free on this album, because that is one of the that's not really a country song. That's more of a rock song. And, I love the way it turned out, because I think I sent you a demo of that back in February. And you're like, man, this is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, for you just to be starting creating music, it's like I've been studying into music since I was a kid, and it's like you took off fast with it.
Well, brother, I just picked it back up because I've been playing and writing music ever since I've been
Oh yeah, you've been
14 years old. Yeah, and I was
oh well, yeah,
I was a singer in a band in high school.
I knew that. And, I ain't gonna discredit that. I forgot about that.
But then I spent 26 years doing something else, and picked this back up about a year ago. Hey, Crystal with a K, good to see you. But I picked this back up about a year ago, and I think when I first told you I was going to put an album out, I said I'm going to put like 18 songs on it. Well, I shortened it down, and there was quite a few songs that I shelved and did not put on this album. But as of right now, if I was to put out a second album, it will have at least 12 songs, because there's at least 9, possibly 10 ready that I would feel confident about putting on an album tomorrow. I finished one of those yesterday, which is, I won't spoil anything. But it's a very heartfelt rock country song, as my son describes my style. It's country rock or rock country, and borderline I guess old age metal. But yeah, it's. I mean, I just like writing. It's good therapy. Hey, Jay Press. But hey, Kay, good to see you.
Yeah, what's up, Spencer J. Press? The lovely Kay is here. The other Kay, and that's in the community, KJ. We got K. I'm here, but this is the lovely KJ is here. Blue Eyes, what's up? But yeah, looking at this photo art, it kind of like reminds me of a place I've been before.
Well, I would say you have, because that was actually took in Knott County on a place I had rode my bike to or through during the summer, and I pulled off to the side of the road, and I mean, I was there like half an hour just taking a break and chilling out, and not one single car went by that road. And the only thing that I added was the sign, the speed limit sign in this that says 606, because that's
Yeah.
right there in the real life.
Oh well.
Everything else,
Yeah.
that's 100% legit. And that's a place I grew up.
Oh
And I will
really?
be, yeah. The
Well, that gives it more like meaning then.
Oh yeah, this whole album is meaning. Even the way that I numbered the tracks on the album, from 1 through 12, because that twelfth one actually dropped on YouTube today, Life in the Holler. And you may have heard the previous demo version, but this one's different. Number one, I'm singing it, and I have help from a friend, TK, doing backup vocals and stuff. And but I wanted to end the album with, like, if you go to a concert and you'd see the encore, that energy and that drive. And that's why I wanted that to be the last song on the album. I wanted it to kind of be like, if you've seen the show live, you know how they come out and they usually do 1, 2, 3. Sometimes they do one encore. But I wanted that last song to kind of go out and I feel that I accomplished that, because honestly, and I don't want this to come off the wrong way, everything that you hear, every piece of music, every harmony, every word, every guitar lick, every drum beat, that's exactly what I heard in my head, And I wrote this basically, for myself, and I hope that don't sound selfish, but this is how I wanted to do it and to put it out, And there's been a lot of people that have connected with that, and that makes me feel great. I'll also, for you, Shotty, I would love to have you over in my hometown sometime in January. We're going to be filming a video for the title track, the 606.
Well, that's cool.
I would love to have you do an appearance in that,
Yeah, I heard somewhere one time they was like, if you write music that's like about yourself, you're gonna find you're gonna find your own, I guess you'd say, fan base of people that can relate, because
Right.
we're only human.
Right. Oh yeah,
And
you're definitely right. You're definitely right. Christy, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And it's honestly blown me away. The support that I've got from people. I mean, that truly means a lot to me. And I was looking around 8:30, about 45 minutes ago, I was looking on Spotify. And at that current time, there was, I think, 61 people in Brazil listening to one of the songs from the album at that specific time.
all the way in Brazil, huh?
Yeah. And so far, that is where most of the Spotify playlist ads have been, and most of the listens on Spotify platform has been in Brazil, and then Australia follows second. So
Yeah, there's a platform or an app or something I heard about a long time ago, and it was like it tells you the demographics of where people's listening to your music the most. That way, so if you wanted to go on a tour or something, you'd know the spots to hit up.
yeah, well, I'm toying with the idea, early stages, and maybe doing some live shows, but that will be late next year or the year after if that happens. Number one, I have a terrible case of stage fright when it comes to singing, because I hate the sound of my own voice. And,
Yeah.
The way I recorded this album is like some of the songs, especially Life in the Holler, there were some of those notes I couldn't hit. So my buddy TK picked up. And, I would maybe sing one song or one word or one line or one verse. And, and that's how I put the entire album together. I see Mom and Dad and My Anthem and Kentucky Memories. I was able to pretty much lay those down at one particular time. I got Kentucky Memories in one take, because that's a song that my dad wrote originally for my mom when him and my mom got divorced. And he put a demo of that out in 1984. And so I grew up, I could tell you every word of that song. I would like to have included the original demo of his as a bonus, but where I just have a cassette tape of it, and I'm not at the level to transition it digitally to get it sound good. I tried and played around with it, but I wasn't able to. So hopefully I'll be able to, soon. So.
Yeah, what's up, Chad? He entered the chat. Hope I didn't miss anybody else. But yeah, they say what's harder than even like being a musician going in front of a crowd is stand-up comedy.
Oh man, that is easy. I could do that. I could eat, sleep, and do that.
I've heard people say that stand-up comedy makes playing music a walk in the park.
Well, thank you very much, Crystal, with a K. I appreciate that. Stand-up comedy is not bad. When I first did stand-up comedy, my first act was like maybe 5 minutes, and it was taking really old jokes and just just kind of wiping them off and redoing them and putting myself as the butt of those jokes. And I did that to build up a stage presence, and I did that for about 2 months, and then I started throwing in little by little. Some of things that would happen from my real life, and that was a lot of fun. That was a hell of a lot of fun, because especially if you can get somebody that's drinking or drunk to laugh,
Oh yeah.
you're really doing something.
If you're playing at a bar or a club or whatever, usually everybody's wasted, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
No, it doesn't.
To comment to Crystal K's comment that I got pulled up, that's something that I learned myself is you got to realize that everybody that you're playing in front of or playing for or everybody listening, they're not all critics.
Right.
It's like whenever you're a musician or a singer, you kind of forget the fact that not everybody there's still people out there that will watch you play an instrument and you don't even have to be good at it, but they'll just be like mind blown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was talking to a guy, and we were talking about, getting older, and he's a little bit younger than me, just a few years, but he was like, how do you hit the F chord? I'm like, I don't. I stay away from it. And we were talking about, just different ways to play as you get older, because one of the things that go, is the speed in your fingers and stuff.
Oh
and
yeah,
like,
arthritis in the hands.
Yeah, and I've got that just a little bit, and I'm like, I just adjusted the way that I play. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, I don't do a 3-string D. I do a 4-string. I do a 4-string C, 4-string G, a 4-string E minor, and he's like, how does that sound? I'm like, hey, it sounds good to me, and I'm able to play and, hit the right chords, and hey, it works for me,
Yeah, I remember when I first started learning to play guitar, I remember the F chord was a tricky one to get.
Oh, yeah, it was. And a lot of people don't know it, but Eddie Van Halen, one of the greatest guitar players there ever was self-taught, and that's the reason his sound is so different than any other guitar players. He was self-taught, so. Hey, Kay, good to see you.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I know a dude I'm friends with. He can play freaking Toll or Perfect Circle or one on the guitar, but he can't. But he can't. He doesn't know how to play Johnny Cash.
Right. Well, and I do want to say this for anyone that has not heard like any songs of this album, and I'll tell you again, I am not a singer. I do like writing songs. That's great therapy. I think over the last year, I've got a lot better at songwriting, and I can write them, the lyrics a lot quicker. And I'm starting to pick up the music and the harmonies a lot quicker. Hey, Sean, good to see you, brother. The editing of the music and putting it together, that is still, I think sound-wise, I've improved with the 8 tracks that I've got laid down now versus the tracks on this album, as far as sounding more natural, and I'm just still working at it. The 606 album was made in my garage, late summer, early fall this year. And then it was months of putting it together and editing everything on my MacBook,
yeah.
So.
Well, the equipment means a lot. People
Yeah.
love that organic sound. I
Yeah.
do anyway.
Oh yeah.
I do.
Yeah. It's good
Uh,
to see you, Brandy. Thank you very much.
yeah. Let's see. Harley's in the chat. What's up, Harley? Kay, I'm
Hey,
here.
Harley.
What's Merry Christmas? Air Extreme. What's up? Brandy B, the Queen, is here. Always good to see the Queen in the chat. Leeway, what's up? Platinum Pyro, my buddy, my bro, what's going on? Boom Boom Room 615, what's happening? Mud Daddy and Sean Daughtry, trolling for Jesus. What's up? Barendorf Ranch is in the house. What's going on? I think that's everybody. Johnny Cage, what's going on? I hope
Johnny
everybody's having,
Cage
you know,
wins.
hope everybody is that a Mortal Kombat character?
Yes, it
Character?
is. So
Yes, that's what I thought. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good Monday. And I've heard a few songs off this album, but this is going to be the first for me,
and
along with which I saved listening to it just for this occasion.
well, this track number 2. I think it's my anthem. That is one of the songs I wrote early on. Hey, Uncle Will, good to see you, brother. Merry Christmas to you, my friend.
Yo, Uncle Will.
Hopefully
Yes.
after the holidays, me and Uncle Will can get back together doing something on Sundays here very soon. Also good to see you, Harley. But this
Yeah.
song, my anthem, I think it's the second track, and I had a lot of fun writing
Yeah, it
this
is.
song. I mean, this is one of those like just fuck you songs. Pardon my language there, but it's like one of those where you think people that I mean, well, you could dedicate this song to anybody. It's kind of like Toby Keith's "How Do You Like Me Now?" The ultimate kiss off song, I guess is what you could say.
So that was the inspiration for it.
No, there was no inspiration for it. It just one
Oh,
day, just one
oh,
day last year. I guess before I even got back into writing music, I was still, just writing verses and stuff. And I wrote the entire first verse, and and then I set it on the shelf. And then when I got back into writing and playing and putting everything together, about a year ago, that was one of the first ones that I completed. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I love this. And no, I'm not taking anything away from the guy I got to do the demo. He did a great job, hell of a job. But I like this version a whole lot better. Not, and it's not because I'm saying it, just because of the music and just the way everything flows. Hey, buddy, good to see you. But I just, you can hit it whenever you're ready. And if you guys in chat have
yeah.
never heard my anthem, you can dedicate this to anybody you want to. I know I have a certain yellow person in mind I'd like to dedicate this one to, I guess.
I just want to say rest in peace, Toby Keith. And I want to ask one thing before I hit play here. Uh, what kind of what artist have you been listening to? Like, like
I listen to everybody. I listen
like
to country, classic country, new country, hair metal, 70s rock, Stain, Three Doors Down, Creed. I listen to pretty much everything except bluegrass. I don't like bluegrass music. There's a few bluegrass
yeah,
songs that I like, but not many.
Man, I listened to so much bluegrass growing up that I just burnt myself out on it at a young age.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I don't listen to bluegrass. Just buddy. He says, "How's Mama Goose doing?" Thank you very much for asking about her. She's had a rough year. For those of you that don't know, my stepfather passed away and earlier in the summer, and she had a rough time dealing with that. I got her moved closer to me. She went from being an hour away to about 15 minutes away. I saw her earlier and dropped off a COVID test, and she's tested positive for COVID. So I'll be dropping Christmas
Oh
dinner off to
man,
her and leaving it at her doorstep.
how's she doing with it though?
I mean, she's doing good. She's, hell, she didn't test until the 5th day, so she's almost out of the woods. So,
Well, that's good then. Yeah, prayers to Mama Goose, everybody.
thank you very much.
I'm going to go ahead and hit the second one.
My anthem. I'm going to mute my mic. I hope you guys enjoy it.
You can say what you want about me, I don't give a damn. Put me down and cuss me, but I know who I am. I'm standing here, I'm standing tall. I've been standing through it all. Drag my name through the mud, make me the talk of the town. You'll see I don't back down. Let the rumors fly, cause the truth don't die. Go ahead with the lies you spew. This song is my anthem. This middle finger's for you. Didn't get your way, you chose to betray. You wanted cake and to eat it too. I told you before, let me tell you once more. I don't care who you screw. This song is my anthem. My middle finger's for you. Drag my name through the mud, make me the talk of the town. You see, I don't back down. Let the rumors fly, cause the truth don't die. Go ahead with the lies you spew. This song is my anthem. This middle finger's for you. I'm standing here, I'm standing tall. I'll keep standing through it all. Do you hear what I say to you? This song is my anthem. This middle finger's for you. Let the rumors fly, cause the truth don't die. Go ahead with the lies you spew. This song is my anthem. This middle finger's for you. Drag my name through the mud, make me the talk of the town. You see, I don't back down. Let the rumors fly, cause the truth don't die. Go ahead with the lies you spew. This song is my anthem. This middle finger's for you.
And that was my anthem. Hopefully everyone can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you.
Doctor. You wait on the doctor.
Yeah,
here.
Mud Daddy said good old country music.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
You know, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, the doctor's here. The doctor of thugonomics.
I want to thank everyone very much for all your support and comments and chat. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. You know, that was like I said, that was one of my favorite songs to write. I mean, you know, when there comes a point, if I do play out, that's gonna be one of my favorite songs to play, because that's just, you know, it was like, you know, you've heard the expression lightning in a bottle. When I wrote that first verse, you know, like I said, a few months before I started writing again. And let's see, Uncle Will says he can't hear me. Can you hear me, Shotty?
Yeah, I hear you perfect. Maybe I think you might be trolling.
Okay. He probably is. He's just mad because I called him an old man because he put LOL after that. But after you know, when I got back into music and I picked my guitar up and I started with that one, and it was just like everything come together. And I let someone listen to it, and they're like, I don't know about the word spew. You don't hear that a lot. I'm like, yeah, but it rhymes. And they're like, well, you know, you just don't hear that much in common language. I said, well, you know, I don't care if they hear it or not. You know, you hear it around here where we're from, and I'm going to put it in there because I think it flows good together, you know.
Yeah.
And, but, yeah, I actually, Mama Goose loved that one as well. That was one she actually told one of her hairdresser friends about back when the demo came out.
Oh,
And
really? It
yeah,
had to be
yeah.
a good feeling then, knowing that your mama was proud,
Well, yeah,
proud
definitely,
enough to.
definitely.
That's when you know you're doing something right. Whenever mama's proud.
Thank you very much, just buddy. That means a lot to me. Uncle Will, I am not a rapper. Uh, my dog's finally stopped out. Thank you very
My
much,
mo-
partner.
my
I
mom always
appreciate that.
my mom always told me, you better put it down. You ain't never gonna get nowhere with that guitar.
That's what she said. Oh, you're talking about the guitar. Never mind. But there's I think track number 11 was one of the hardest tracks that I played for my mom, but she actually liked it, and I was floored. And we'll get on down to that point, and I'll talk a little bit more about it at the end. But I was a little bit embarrassed, playing that for her because you don't really, there's certain lines you don't cross in front of your mom, stuff you don't say, and
Yeah.
when it got to that song, I let her listen to it. She's like, and I even told her, I said,
I
this,
think I know which one you're talking about.
yeah, and
Yeah.
It's a Party is the name of it, and she's like, I'm like, you might not like this. I'm like, it's probably not your type of music. And after it was over, she's like, I think that's one of the best ones you've ever done. And I'm like, well, thanks. She's like, no, I really like that. She was calling ladies that she went to church with, and she was
Well,
like telling them about the album, and she's like, track number 11 is my favorite one, and that kind
yeah,
of floored me.
that is
So,
that is pretty funny. Maybe
but
maybe she didn't understand the lyrics or something.
oh no, she understood the lyrics. So
Well, okay.
I thought she would hate redneck style as well. Because there's a part in that goes stacked in front, if you know what I mean. She knew
Yeah.
exactly what that meant, and she's like, yeah, you always have had girlfriends or like women with big boobs when you was growing up. So I'm like, mom, so
Yeah, the mothers don't like it, but the public in general, they love whenever people get a little raw with it.
yeah. But I mean, this album, like I said, I mean, this next track is, and I'm not trying to rush you or anything, Shotty.
Yeah.
I'm hyped up. I love talking about music, any type of music. But like this next track is just about like riding a motorcycle, because that's something that I had not done since I've been 19 years old for 30 years up until this past spring, and I got back into it. And I wish I had never quit because it is such great therapy as well. Just getting on the bike, putting your earbuds in, and
Yeah,
hey
just
James,
yeah,
had a
just
buddy James just join. Welcome James.
yeah, what's
Uh,
up?
but the track number 3, Dust on the Highway, is like it's just about riding a motorcycle, especially in our area, because you can ride some parts and it's flat land. You ride 45 minutes away and it's all hills and valleys, and it's just beautiful scenery.
Yeah,
And
yeah, there's roads, man, around here, kind of like the artwork photo, what
yeah,
me and my friends always used to say, that'd be a good road to go ride down and smoke one on.
yeah. So
You don't never wouldn't have to worry about the cops or anything,
yeah.
It just goes like way into the middle of nowhere and just a good road to cruise and get your head right.
Oh yeah, definitely. Our Extreme 21, thank you very much for sub. Yeah, I'm on Spotify, spelled the exact same way, GOOS, and then the number 3, and you can like put my name in, and the 606 album, or the 606. There's a number sign in front of 606 that will find you on Spotify. Same thing on iTunes and Pandora, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to music and so forth.
So the next one here is called Dust on the Highway.
Dust on the Highway. And at one point, a few weeks ago, Mike 12 Point told me that this was his favorite track on the album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this one's more of a rockier, getting into more of the rock territory. Just chilling out, having a good time.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard this one. I only heard a couple. Like I said, I saved it for this event. So
I'm looking forward to getting your reaction when we come back, Shotty.
I'm going to go ahead and hit play.
It's a new day down. Gotta get going, put the hammer down. Dust on the highway, sun in the sky. Gasoline coverage, miles passing by. The hills and the hollows and valleys below. Twist of the throttle and away we go. Wind on my face, wind in my hair. Wherever I'm going, I don't care. Just on the highway, sun in the sky. Gasoline coverage, miles passing by. The hills and the hollows and valleys below. Twist of the throttle and away we go. Wind on my face, wind in my hair. Wherever I'm going, I don't care. Just on the highway, sun in the sky. Gasoline coverage, miles passing by. The hills and the hollows and valleys below. Twist of the throttle and away we go. Tires rolling, heartbeats alive. Radio blaring, feel the southern vibe. Mountains are calling, the hills are so high. Mountains are rising to the southern sky. Just on the highway, sun in the sky. Gasoline courage, miles passing by. The hills and the hollows and valleys below. Twist of the throttle and away we go. Just on the highway, sun in the sky. Gasoline courage, miles passing by. The hills and the hollows and valleys below. Twist of the throttle and away we go. The highway, sun in the sky. Gasoline courage, miles passing by. And high hills and the hollows and valleys below. Twist of the throttle and away we go.
Yeah, man, I loved that little breakdown that was the during the first of the song, that dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. If you don't mind, I want to mention some people in the comments there. Kay, yeah, it's on Spotify. You
Yeah.
download it now. Thank you very much. Eric Stream 21 got me on Spotify. Got a new listener. Thank you very much, brother. And then Kay comes back and asks again what's it called so she can download it. I'm not able to type that out. If someone in chat or if Shotty, if you could just type out for iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, iHeartRadio, wherever. If you search GOOS and then the number 3, that's all one word, the number 3.
Yeah.
Goose, and then the word the number sign 606. That will take you to the album. I had to modify the spelling of Goose because there was already people named Goose. There was people named Goose X. There was a Goose 606. There was, so I thought, well, what could I do? I'll just use the number sign 3. I even tried to use a big E at the end, and it wouldn't let me. So,
do you have it on SoundCloud?
It is on SoundCloud. The same exact name. There's only a few songs uploaded on SoundCloud. I think I've got My Anthem, Moonshine in the Lord, and one more.
SoundCloud is a real good platform where people can find you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Shotty, for putting that on there as well.
Yeah, I pinned it up top too.
All right. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Novocaine, and everyone
I've
in chat.
heard
Merry Christmas.
I've heard so many like amazing new songs and artists by using SoundCloud. Just either being on like a road trip or just whatever, and just playing one song on SoundCloud and letting it play. I
Right.
found so many good songs that way.
Right. Oh yeah.
So
Same
that
here. Same here.
uh,
Let's see.
what's up,
BC.
BC?
Yeah. To answer your question, those are 110% my lyrics. Same with the music, the harmonies, all that. The only thing that I use in my phone is I have an app called Rhymers Dictionary, and hit like you can put a word in, like the word high, and it will tell you words that rhyme with high. Just a word. It won't tell you phrases. Just a word like for instance, if you typed in high, buy, die, lie, try, my, fry, that's the only thing that
Hmm.
I use. Everything else is the good old notepad on an iPhone.
Yeah, I mean
So
that's no different than searching in a dictionary.
yeah, and then sometimes I use the voice app. Like if I'm driving and something hits me, I need to write something down. I'll shout it out or read it to my voice app, or I'll have if somebody's riding with me, I'll have them. I'm like, hey, text the following to me, and I'll jot out some stuff and have them text it to me. They're like, why are you doing that? I'm like, well, this is a song idea. I'll use this later. So
Yeah, a
and
few weeks ago, dude, I was having a dream, and I mean, in my dream, I was playing the most beautiful song you'd ever heard on the guitar, and I was
right,
singing the most beautiful lyrics that just the most perfect song, in my dream. And I woke
right,
up and I went straight for my guitar, and I could remember how to play the melody or whatever,
right.
but I couldn't remember a word of it. But I was still able to remember the melody.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
it's
you
that's
never
the
know,
same way. I will wake up sometimes and jot down stuff.
Oh,
And
really? You do that
yeah,
too?
oh yeah, I do that too. And again, thank you very much, BC. I appreciate that. And to back up just a little bit, when I write the song and I come up with the chords and everything, I put everything together. Now, I'm a very, very green at playing the guitar, very green at playing the keyboard. I hate sounding my own voice. Uh, but I do think I can. I'm blessed with a skill. God's blessed me with a skill to write, and I'm getting better at that. I'm getting a lot better at that, and uh, a lot of the stuff, the drums, electric guitar, if I can't like make that or get someone to play that for me, I have got that off Garage Bands. I've got that off. Uh, let's see, Soundtrap is like another app where you can find chords and beats that you want to use and so forth. Hey, Deerfield, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
So I wanted to throw
Just
that out there just to clarify that. So
yeah, and just to clarify Deerfield's comment, I've not had Ryan visit me in my dreams yet. It was just me sitting in a chair playing a guitar, playing the most beautiful song you ever heard, and I woke up and forgot the words. But I can say that Ryan Upchurch hasn't visited me yet. But
thank you very much, James. I appreciate that, brother.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled though if he ever does.
Hey, well, first you said it wrong. You're supposed to say Ryan.
Yeah,
Ryan.
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 Crystal with a K there. She dropped Goose's link if everybody would want to
I definitely appreciate it.
subscribe that isn't already subscribed up.
I definitely appreciate that. Thank you
Everybody
very
loves
much,
Goose,
Crystal.
man. Everybody loves
Thank you.
Goose.
Well, thank you very much, Shotty. That definitely means a lot to me. It definitely does. I'm me. And no matter what happens to me in life, I'll always be me. I was raised this way. I was brought up this way. Thank you very much, James. I definitely appreciate that. Me and James went to high school together. So,
oh, really?
oh
He's
yeah.
probably not. He's probably not far from me either. Then.
Nope, he's not. So.
The one thing that I've noticed, and especially in movies, I've noticed, movies and music and art is it doesn't seem like there's hardly any original thought anymore.
Right. Well,
and that's that's
oh,
what that's what I love about your album here. It's like it's all original thought. You know,
Well,
it's not you trying to be somebody or something you're not. You know,
oh no, man. I
this is
mean, like I
this is
said,
this is
this is just me.
this is
So,
the roots. You know, the
yeah,
606.
yeah,
And
definitely.
if you're from here, you know, you can understand. You know, there's just a different. I don't even know how to put it.
Yeah.
It's just
And,
being
for
from
any,
here is different than anywhere else in the country.
yeah,
I feel like you're just way more down grounded to earth if you're here, you know, being from here.
yeah, and for anyone that don't know, why did you put the 606? Well, the 606, the number sign in 606 is the area code from the area me and Shotty and some more people in chat are from, and
Yeah.
it's a large area and, a hard working area. Well, used to be a hard working area, before all the mines started drying up and stuff, but you had, coal miners, you had, bread and butter people, farmers, you had like, I mean, I remember helping my great grandfather grow a garden. I mean, I've not grew a garden since I've been a teen, but I could grow out tomorrow. Well, I can't right now because it's wintertime, but if the season's right, I could, I know how to do all that stuff, natural,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, you know, back in the day you had small little towns, I guess you'd call them towns,
Yeah.
but smaller than Paintsville even. Everybody knows Paintsville. Like Van Leer, you know, Van Leer was a real tiny community, but it was thriving.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at Deerfield's comment. That cracks me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, next they'll be going for the Cadillac converters, Deerfield. So watch out there. Yeah, you
So
gotta be
so we
careful
have to be
there.
on the lookout. Yeah, Deerfield be picking out the blinds all
Yeah.
night.
Now, there's a lot of people that do that in our area. Still copper, still stuff
Yeah.
that's not tied down. Still Cadillac converters. They do a lot of
Yeah,
stuff there. But
you know, risky shit, dude. Risky
yeah,
stuff.
but the good outweighs the bad because you have bad everywhere you go. So
Whenever you was in the law enforcement, how many times did you have to deal with copper thieves?
a shit ton, man. A shit
No,
ton.
no shit.
Yeah, that Cadillac converters, and I mean, it's just ridiculous, And it always bothered me people stealing from churches and people that couldn't afford to replace this shit. That always bothered me. I
Oh,
mean,
dude,
you
whenever I was
know,
a kid growing up, there was a guy that went, I think there was like 3 or 4 of them. They went around Johnson County and they burnt down like 5 churches in one night.
that's just
I don't know if you
uh,
ever heard about that.
I have heard about that. And I'm surprised the gobbler's still free to this day from doing that. No, I better not say that.
Yeah, I don't think
Ha
it was
ha.
him.
That's a joke.
It was his generation. He probably like knew the people.
Oh, I say he probably did. So he probably had that wire on him, waiting
So
for
I
him to
mean,
confess.
there's good and bad around here. You know.
Yeah, and there's good and bad and everywhere, brother.
Yeah, I remember that Deerfield. I actually got a picture frame that was salvaged from the fires in Gatlinburg, and it made the picture frame look twice as badass. It's got burn marks on it and stuff.
I remember
But
that.
yeah, I got a picture frame from that
Now,
wooden picture frame.
one of the last theft cases that I worked before I retired was, and this was, I mean, one of the last big theft cases. This was about 6 months before I retired. There was a guy who had bought some other property, moved off from our area. He came back, tore the house down that he lived in. He was in the process of going to build a second house there for his kids. He hadn't been there in about 6 months. He comes back, and his entire outbuilding, like a big 12 by 20 outbuilding that had all of his tools, is gone. Somebody stole it.
Huh.
They took I mean, you would have to take like a tow truck, like a wrecker,
Yeah.
where the bed comes down, chain it up. They stole the entire outbuilding, and it was gone for 6 months before anybody even noticed it.
Well, I knew it. This guy was telling me a story. He used to work for the highway department, and they was going to do work on the road, and they got this is not down 23,
Yeah.
and he said the night before he went out and he put those cones. He's he said that they put I mean, I can't remember the number, but a ton of cones, that so it would shut one lane of the road down.
Yeah.
He said that he woke up, his boss was calling him. He said, "Hey, Rick," he said, "I thought you supposed to put them cones out last night." He said, "I did." He said, "Well, if you did, where are they at?" They was somebody that went and stole every single one of them, and they found him. They found the guy that done it.
Really? What was he doing
Yeah,
with
he
all
had like
those?
who knows, man? He cracked out, I guess.
That reminds me of a kid I grew up in. I'll tell you this story real quick before you play the next track. We were all teens, teens go out and get into stuff, especially on Halloween, toilet paper people's yards, throwing water balloons at
Yeah,
cars, whatever.
yeah, I done a lot of
Uh,
crazy stuff.
there was this guy that, and I grew up, across the river was West Virginia. So we were over in West Virginia and they were doing road work. And this guy took this, it was like a sawhorse that had like this yellow flashing light on it and it had the reflective stuff on it. You know what I'm talking about, Shotty?
Yeah.
Okay. He took that back and he lived with his grandparents in a trailer where their trailer didn't have any underpinning in it. And he took it and just threw it up under their trailer. So this sign flashes on and off every night. You can see this big yellow light, flashing from underneath his house. It flashed underneath that house for about 6 months before the battery went dead on it.
Well,
I always just thought that was funny.
don't know why.
Man, just looking back at that,
don't know why people, do what they do.
No, yeah, he was just like, I'm going to take this with us. I'm like, why? What the hell are you going to do with that? That's not going to do anything. So, but yeah, he just, so.
I mean, I'll admit, whenever I was 16 years old, I did a lot of stupid stuff, and I caused a lot of ruckus, and I was a menace to a degree.
Everybody
But it's crazier though whenever it's grown adults doing shit like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Like when you're 16, I guess it's kind of understandable. You're just stupid and young and
Yeah.
and whatnot. But whenever you're a grown man doing stuff like that, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is definitely. And BC's comment there says, speaking of coal mining, I recently read up on the Battle of Blair Mountain. Horrible war, but very good read. Yeah, man, that is.
Where's that at?
That is not too far from me. It's a little bit past Mingo County. I can't think of what county it is, but I've been through there several times and studied about that in high school and read up on that. And then my son, actually, he's a history buff. He got hooked on it there a few months ago and was asking questions about it and so forth. So, but it's over in West Virginia.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah,
I've been to Mingo County a couple times.
Yeah, it's past Mingo County, but it's in that area, so it's not far. So it's probably about an hour away from me. So it's not far at all. So let's see, Shotty, are we on track number 4? You gonna play number 4, and number 5?
Yeah, it's number 4. It's called Lost.
Lost is a good one. Lost is a song that I put out a demo to last year. It is about drug abuse. And when I put the demo out, I had people comment. They're like, man, that's very brave of you. Come forward, if your drug problem. I never had a drug addiction. I do have family, close family, friends, people that I grew up with that do have drug problems currently. Some that have overcame those, some that have passed away. So this song is about, and I even, had to transport a guy once, and he was talking about all the stuff that he missed out on and what he felt like. And this song is just basically based, it is hopefully, if you're currently battling addiction, you'll hear this and, maybe get a little inspiration to, to give up and to put it down and,
Lost is a good title name for it, for sure.
Thank you very much. But that's what this song is about.
Yeah, they say that if anybody ever wants to know what drug addiction feels like, put your cell phone down for 24 hours, and every time you go to turn it on and to press on it, that's the way it feels for a drug addict.
Yeah. So, but each person that is on drugs, that's someone's family, that's someone's daughter, that's someone's son,
Yep.
brother, wife, cousin, sister. So no matter what it may be. So, we're all human, and
Yep.
everybody makes mistakes. And so, this is a song for the lost.
Yep. Let's get it.
I'm on 911. Where's your emergency?
Yeah, I think this kid overdose.
Everybody's got a story to tell. This one's mine. I've been through hell. I put my money in my veins, do anything to ease my pain. Crushing pills and snorting lines, raising hell all the time. Riding shotgun with the devil. I was on a different level. Lost my way, lost my mind. Lost my soul, that's just fine. I don't give a shit. I'm either drunk, high or lit. I hated myself, I was lost. My next fix didn't care the cost. Crushing pills and snorting lines, racing hell all of the time. Riding shotgun with the devil. I was on a different level. Putting my money in my veins, do anything to numb the pain. All the pills, all the dope. I was at the end of my rope. I could not live, I wanted to die. Do anything to get high. Crushing pills and snorting lines, raising hell all the time. Riding shotgun with the devil. I was on a different level. Crushing pills and snorting lines, raising hell all of the time. Riding shotgun with the devil. I was on a different level. Put my money in my veins, do anything to numb the pain. Lost my way, lost my mind, lost my soul, that's just fine. I don't give a shit, I'm either drunk, high or lit. I hated myself, I was lost. My next fix didn't care the cost. That's my story, that's my tale. That was me, I lived through hell.
Had
So,
you heard that,
that was-
version before?
that was-
Shotty?
No, I'd never heard that one till now.
Okay.
That was probably my favorite one that I've heard so far out of the four.
Well, thank you very much, brother. Thank you, James.
I love, man.
Again, everyone
I
in
love
chat.
music that I love music that's got substance and meaning. You know,
Yeah.
like this is my favorite kind of music. Is something that has a meaning, and it could, like 100,000 people can listen to that song, and they can interpret it 100,000 different ways, their own way.
Right.
You know.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
I can see where you put the work into it, where you tried to get like conceptual with it,
Yeah.
I think that's where the original thought comes in, Nobody has an original thought no more.
Well, yeah, especially the government, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah, I'm talking music and art,
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know if anyone's done an album like this. I mean, because I did everything on this, but like I said, if I couldn't hit a particular note, I would, I would wait, and I would wait, and I would get everything lined up that I needed to. And then I would come back and I would just, sing that one note and hit it, and I'm like, hey, that's good,
Yeah.
Yesterday I completed a song that, if I do a second album, and I probably will, this song I'd worked on writing this for a while. I wrote the opening verse probably back in the spring, and I'd really struggled with it, but I'd wanted to finish it because it meant a lot, and I knew what it was going to be about. I knew how it was going to turn out, but I just couldn't get it put on paper. Well, about 4 days ago, I got everything put down on paper how I wanted it. And I spent like 16 hours editing this song, just editing the song and producing and putting it together. And I'm still not, the version that I've got right now, I would put it out, but I still think it's missing a little something. I've been told that it's fine the way it is.
And you just don't know
great,
what.
And, but this, it's like.
It could be anything from, switching down to a minor chord and just another verse,
I will say this, that it's, it is about child abuse. And that's all I'm going to say about that right now. But, because paperwork's still pending on to get this one, to get my name on it, legally, and copywritten and all that stuff. But, it's about child abuse. But I'm very happy with the way that it turned out, so.
Hey, what's up, Ghost of Shadows? Thanks for stopping by, kicking
Hey,
it.
Ghost of Shadows.
Yeah, people love the rawness. Like I said, people love reality, I guess you could say.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Is the next one Mom and Dad? Is that the next one?
Yeah, track number 5 is called Mom and Dad. Yeah, I can already tell this one is going to be a tearjerker.
So, this is just about, I wrote this song about my mom and my mom, my papa, that, they were mom and dad to me as well. And, my grandfather passed away shortly before Thanksgiving. And, my mom, I've been helping her through that. She was really close to her dad. And my grandpa had a great sense of humor. And I even did a song, that's not on the album. For him, I did a demo. And then I redid it, when they played it at his funeral. And I'll probably.
Oh, really? This one here they did?
No. There's one I did.
It's another song. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not on the album. So,
yeah.
But
I can probably relate to this one myself.
Anybody that grew up, in the South should definitely be able to relate to this, And by South, our area, deep South, whatever. So anyone with mom and dad should be able to relate with this. So
yeah. Well, let's get it.
Mom and Dad tried to raise me right. Turn the other cheek and try not to fight. Do unto others like you have before. Say yes, ma'am, please, and hold the door. That's the world I grew up in. Living in the South with all my kin. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. You did the best that you could do. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. God bless me by having you too. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. The Lord above, He always knew. grew up in, lessons learned and lessons taught, childhood, youth, and battles fought. Summer days and sunny skies, summer nights and fireflies. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. You did the best that you could do. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. God blessed me by having you two. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. The Lord above, He always knew. Childhood memories I won't forget, even though I'm not there yet. I hope someday to be as good as you. Mom and Dad, you did your best, did all you could do. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. You did the best that you could do. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. God bless me by having you too. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. The Lord above, He always knew. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. You did the best that you could do. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. God bless me by having you too. Mom and Dad, this song's for you. The Lord above, He always knew.
Man, I gotta say, I'm not just saying this because you're my big bro or anything, but that was freaking beautiful.
Well, thank you very much, man. I definitely appreciate that, Shotty. I definitely appreciate that.
Like that one just blew me away, man.
Thank you. I mean, to me, that's, growing up in this area, I mean, that's what it was like, I mean, and
Yeah, I think Brandy B agrees.
When you're a little kid, in the summer, I mean, that's what it's like, just spending lazy days at the house and, at nighttime chasing fireflies and, thank you very much, Brandy B. Thank you, Trolling for Jesus. I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, KJ, she seemed to enjoy it too.
Thank you, KJ. Thank you very much.
So I just wanted to ask, did you write the lyrics first or the music first on that?
The lyrics.
And then you put the music behind it.
Yeah. And that's how I usually write everything. Is I get an idea, or I write the entire song. And as I'm writing the entire song, I can hear someone else singing it as I'm writing it. If that makes sense to you, in my head.
Yeah, I always listen for the drums. Myself.
Well, I mean, me, it's just guitar. I listen for that.
Because the drums, they roll the song.
Yeah.
Any song, the drums is in control. So I always think, myself anyways.
Right.
I always try to listen to the drums in my head,
Yeah.
Do you, not just that one, but like any song, I'm sure after you write it, then you put the music behind it. You probably have to go in then and change the lyrics around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's what you mean by editing, right?
Yeah. Well, that and, putting the sound together. Like if the guitar if a certain lick don't sound good here, it may sound good in the middle of the song or towards the end of the song, or doing like when you played the Lost, when I got that song finished, I knew it needed something. So I thought, the song's about, drug addiction. So I got a royalty-free, copyright-free clip of a 911 call,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I thought
that was perfect.
Thank you. And I thought this would kind of set the song up, because if somebody heard that before the song, that might hold their attention to draw them in to the song.
Yeah.
And
Spark
plus
their interest. Yeah.
Plus what it's about, just from that, 15-second 911 call. So that's how I did that.
I think Eminem done that in a song.
So
he put Eminem had a song, I forget which one it was, but he started it off like that.
Right. Then you've gave me some great ideas, and we'll get to that in just a minute. Let's see the next song. What is it? The Moonshine in the Lord? Is that what it is? Because I think that's what you started to play a little bit ago there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
The next one's called Moonshine in the Lord.
Yeah. Now, this starts out, if no one is from our area, and I'm sure you've been to an old regular Baptist church, that's where they'll traditionally sing like a line, and then the church congregation will repeat what they sing, and they'll sing it together. That's how this song opens up. And I wrote this song, I was talking to a friend of mine back in the summer, and I just thought, the Moonshining God would be a great name for a song. And so Moonshining God became Moonshining the Lord, and I wrote the song based on that title. And that's probably the first song that I've ever wrote based just on the title. And because I thought that was a killer title, Moonshining the Lord. And
kind of reminds me of the Tyler Childers song. What is it? Bottles and Bibles.
Yeah. And there's a place mentioned in it, that's from the area I grew up in, and that I used to hate to have to go to, when I worked in law enforcement. Just from the name of it, Dark Hollow. So, and it was Dark Hollow. It wasn't Dark Holler. It was Dark Hollow. And, just a headless horseman, so, but and I left this song open-ended. So when the song ends, it's up to you to determine what happens to the characters, who makes it, who don't. So.
All right. I'm going to hit play then. Let's get it.
Staring out my window at the night lights of LA. Just got off the phone with my folks so far away. They think I've made the big time. They don't know how much I've lied, and how many nights I stare out the window that I've cried. I moved to California to find my place in the sun, seek my fame and fortune as others often done. But here I am, I'm all alone, and that girl is on my mind. I wish I had the nerve to catch that midnight flight and ride Kentucky memories. I got you on my mind, Kentucky memories. The ones I left behind, Kentucky memories. I want to go back home and spend my life with you in my sweet Kentucky home. Yes, I've come to my senses. All my bags are packed. I'm gonna catch that midnight flight, and I'm never coming back. One thing I've discovered since I've left my home, you never know what you've got until it's almost gone. Kentucky memories, I've got them on my mind. Kentucky memories, the girl I left behind. Kentucky memories, I wanna go back home and spend my life with you in my sweet Kentucky home. Kentucky memories, back where I belong. Kentucky memories, that bluegrass makes my home. Kentucky memories, I'm gonna stay with you and make some memories come true in my sweet Kentucky home.
And that song, if everyone could hear me, was not Moonshine in the Lord. That was Kentucky Memories.
Oh, I was muted. My bad.
Oh,
I was talking the whole time.
Oh, you're fine, brother.
Yeah,
I was going to say that
that
song
was
is not Moonshine in the Lord. That song is Kentucky Memories.
yeah.
That
I realized.
Oh, you're
I
totally
realized
fine,
about
bro.
halfway through that I hit the wrong one. I was like,
You're
that ain't
totally
the
fine. Now
Moonshine
that is
Memories.
the only song on the album I did not write. That was the one that was written by my dad for Mother Goose
No,
when they
really,
split.
that's awesome.
Years ago. And KJ, thank you very much. James, thank you. Just everyone. I mean, that song's special to me because my dad wrote that. He's not here anymore. He passed away in 2012. And one of the things that I got to get, from his possessions when he passed away was I wanted a pair of his glasses. I got that. And I wanted a microphone that he used to have on his desk because he always worked in radio. And he actually got me into it when I was 14. So from age 14 to 21, I worked in broadcasting. And I got a microphone, like a little paperweight that he had on his desk. And I got a cassette tape that had that song on it. And so that's very special to me. And just to see everyone in chat love it as much as I do, that means a lot to me. And thank you very much. And Deerfield, thank you very much for the comment that said, we need more police like me. I'm just me. And, somebody up here, I think it might have been Deerfield, said he thought about joining law enforcement but couldn't do it. I would not recommend it, especially nowadays. When I did, it was 96 when I joined, and it was a totally different world back then from what it is now. They got a bunch of stupid laws and stuff that I would not enforce. I would not feel comfortable enforcing. Over the whole C and then the number thing back about 4 years ago, that whole thing was bullshit, making people wear masks. I never did that. I think that's their personal choice. And I know people may disagree with that, but I'm not a Nazi. I don't wear a brown uniform. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you to do something, just because, that's just not me. And I let the people that I work for know that. And
it made it all the way from China, and they think wearing a mask is going to help.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, but when I let the people I work for know that, they kind of removed me from the public. So, just
No, really,
because
really.
I wouldn't want to write anybody a ticket or take anybody to jail for not wearing a mask. I mean, that's horse shit. I'm not doing that.
That's communism.
So, and that's horse shit. I'm not doing that at all, And that's the same thing with marijuana. Hell, I had not wrote anybody or arrested anybody for marijuana since like the mid 2000s, because that's horse shit. I mean, this is stuff that grows in the ground. It's I mean, I don't care what your take is on it. Just me, you're an adult, you grow this in the ground. And if you read into why marijuana was made illegal years ago, it's because the government couldn't figure out how to tax it. Now for the last 13 years, you've had a lot of states making it legal, and these states are doing good and so forth. So, but that's a whole nother tirade. I don't want to get off on that, but
Yeah.
But I definitely, do want to thank everyone, KJ, Trolling with Jesus, everyone. That because like I said, that song is very special to me. So.
Yeah, that was a beautiful song too.
So yeah, but he wrote that for Mother Goose. So.
But I accidentally played the wrong one. That was number 7. Moonshine the Lord was supposed to be next, so I'll go ahead and hit that up now.
The night of death is near. A long time ago, in the head of Dark Hollow, lived a moonshiner with a preacher for a father. People came from all around Carter's shine, never let him down. His father was a preacher who sang for the Lord. Carter danced with the devil and sang as he poured moonshine in the Lord. Come and quench your thirst. Carter's shine was heaven on earth. Moonshine in the Lord, it'll quench your thirst. Carter's shine was heaven on earth. Carter's dad didn't know what young Carter did. A small town secret kept well hid. His daddy was selling the whole Ghost while Carter was yelling, it's time for a toast. His father was a preacher who sang for the Lord. Carter danced with the devil and sang as he poured moonshine in the Lord. Come and quench your thirst. Carter's shine was heaven on earth. Moonshine in the Lord, it'll quench your thirst. Carter's shine was heaven on earth. Carter's secret was exposed. What happened next? Only God knows. The preacher wasn't happy, all hell broke loose. A few days later, he was found on a noose. His father was a preacher who sang for the Lord. Carter danced with the devil and sang as he poured moonshine in the Lord. Come and quench your thirst. Carter's shine was heaven on earth. Moonshine in the Lord, it'll quench your thirst. Carter's shine was heaven on earth. His father was a preacher who sang. Carter danced with the devil and sang as he poured moonshine in the Lord. Come and quench your thirst. Carter's shine was heaven on earth. Moonshine in the Lord, it'll quench your thirst. Carter's shine was heaven on earth.
All right, you there, man?
Yeah, man. Thank you very much again. That was Moonshine and the Lord. So, like I said, I left it open, and it's up to the listener to determine who lived or
Man, you know what
died.
they say about the Pike County Shine?
What's that?
Uh, it'll mow you right down, and it will make you go blind.
Yeah, definitely. But I do want to thank, KJ again, Trolling for Jesus, and Deerfield, of course. Send me anything you want to, brother. Well, almost anything. My contact information, just hit the about me stuff on this page, and that would you can get the email there off this one or the Static and Noise. Either one of those emails, you can send me that
I'll put
stuff.
it in the description
And,
too. I'll put your email in the description.
All right. Hey, that sounds great. Jay Potter, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, send it my way. I'm not an armor, but I'll take a look at it and let you know what I think and so forth. I'm down to about 48% now, Shotty, and I want to apologize for not having my computer and everything here.
It's all good.
If
you go dead, I'm going to play it on out anyway.
Okay. I was going to say, if you want to do 2 tracks at a time, that would be great. If the audience is okay with that, doing 2 tracks at a time.
2 different lives or 2 at a time.
Yeah.
We can do that.
If you want to, if they have any questions, if
that'll
it's okay
work.
with them, if that's okay with them. So thank you very much, Brandy B. I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I was just, I have my phone charged up, but it dies pretty quick because I'm still on an iPhone XR.
Oh, dude, StreamYard will drain the battery for sure.
Oh, yeah. For that,
for anybody that might not know that out there, if you're new to streaming, StreamYard will run your battery down quick. Just a heads up.
Yeah. But KJ, that's where I got the inspiration for that song. That one, like I said, that just came from the title. Just, me and my friend were talking, and I'm like, and I can't remember if it was me or them that said Moonshine and God. And I can't remember which one of us said that. But I think it was them, because I said, that would be a great name for a song. And, so I started writing it. And I changed it to Moonshine and the Lord, so the inspiration from that just came from the title. And I had the title picked out. And that's the first song I've ever wrote just based on the title. So
I thought you was going to say the inspiration come from that when I had a bad hangover.
No. I would hate to even have to. Hey, we could have a contest some night, Shotty. We'll get drunk and then try to write music and see how it sounds.
Hey, man. That sounds like fun to me.
Well, thank you very much, James. I definitely appreciate that.
Don't tempt me to a good time.
Now, see, so we would be up to what track number? 6?
We're at Free. That's like number 8.
And number 8, okay.
Yeah.
What was number 7? Moonshine and the Lord.
Kentucky Memories.
Kentucky Memories. Then it picks back up at Free, and there's no more slow songs on the album. But this song is the one that Shotty convinced me that I had. When he heard the demo, he's like, you have to put this on anything that you put out if you do an album. And I was talking about this back, in February, right, Shotty?
Yeah, it's been a while.
So,
it's kind of like, I know what you're talking about. And doing it that way kind of allows you one song to go into the other.
Yeah. So, that way I figured it might save my battery that way. That way I don't get bumped off. So
yes. So number 8 is Free, and number 9 is the 606.
606.
I'm going to hit them up.
All right, sounds good. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, I'll be monitoring the chat, and I'll try to answer those for you when we come back.
All right, let's rock it.
Riding high with whiskey on my breath. Thought I had it all before life made death. One wrong turn, a moment of regret. Traded my freedom for a night I can't forget. A 656 is my new home. Lost my name for a number, served my time to its own. Now I'm walking out with sunshine on my face. No longer there, not even a single trace. 'Cause I'm free at last, yeah, I'm finally free. No chains to hold me down, I'm breaking free. Through the darkness and the pain, I found my release. Now I'm walking a different path, yeah, I'm finally free. I'm free at last, yeah, I'm finally free. No more chains to hold me down, I'm breaking free. Through the darkness and the pain, I found my release. Now I'm walking a different path, yeah, I'm finally free. It was my own fault. Too many drinks and got caught. That night plays in my bed. I took a life and inside I'm dead. Maybe now I can move on and start to live. Maybe now I can move on and start to forgive. I will be free. Let this burden go and be me. No more chains to hold me down. I'm breaking free. Free. Through the darkness and the pain, I found my release. Now I'm walking a different path. Yeah, I'm finally free. Yeah, I'm finally free. No more chains to hold me down. I'm breaking free. I'm breaking free. Through the darkness and the pain, I found my release. Now I'm walking a different path. Yeah, I'm finally free. Yeah, I'm finally free. Yeah, I'm finally free. I'm from Kentucky, the bluegrass state. Born in the East where some think we're second rate. I'm here to tell you that is a lie. I'm from Eastern Kentucky where the mountains touch the sky. The 606 is my home. I'll always come back no matter where I'm home. People out here are a different breed, but we'll always help those in need. The 606 is my home. I'll always come back to the place I belong. In the 606, most worked in the lines. Now the 606 is known for our shine. Generations of my family were born and raised right here. Faced many hardships they had to endure. Grandpa taught me how to live off the land. Grandpa taught me how to be a gentleman. 606 is my home. I'll always come back to where I belong. People around here are a different breed, but we'll always help those in need. The 606 is my home. I'll always come back to the place I belong. In the 606, most worked in the lines. Now the 606 is known for our shine. Jumping rope and skipping rocks, fishing in the creek or from the docks. Riding love right down an old dirt road. In the 606, we have fun. In the 606, we take care of our own. 606 is my home. My home is 6 is my home. 606 is my home. I'll always come back from where I roam. People around here are a different breed, but we'll always help those in need. The 606 is my home. Oh, the 606 is my home. It's my home. I'll always come back from where I roam. People around here are a different breed, but we'll always help those in need. The 606 is my home. I'm from Kentucky, the bluegrass state. Born in the East where some think we're second rate. I'm here to tell you that is a lie. I'm from Eastern Kentucky where the mountains touch the sky. The 606 is my home. The 606 is my home. The 606 is my home.
So I gotta ask,
Yes, sir.
the barcode on the bottom right, did you purposely make it look like the state of Tennessee?
Is it? I didn't know it was. Is it really made like the
You
state
s-
of Tennessee? Let me turn the chat off here.
yeah, look at it there on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
on the bottom right. You see that?
Yeah, I see that. I have no, dude. I didn't even realize that. I got that off of an app, Cover Art. You upload your pictures, and the pictures mine. Then they provided stickers for you to use if you wanted to use them. And I thought, hey, that'd be kind of cool. Put it on there. It's kind of bent and so forth. So that's a great
Yeah.
catch, though. No, that's total by accident. So
It looks like the outline of the state of Tennessee for sure.
Oh,
I
what are you
didn't
smoking
know. I
back
didn't
there,
know.
Shotty? No, I'm joking.
You don't
brother.
see it?
Yeah. I do now that you mentioned it, but I've never noticed that before. Like I said, I just use that sticker off that app. So
I thought there might have been some subliminal message to it or something.
No. That was by total accident and I used that app because number one, it was free, but number two, like when you post like an album cover, like iTunes and Apple Music has a specific size for the cover art. Spotify has a specific size for the cover art, and YouTube, wherever all these different platforms have like different dimensions that they use for the cover art.
Yeah.
So
like you got to have a certain dimension for your
Yeah,
YouTube
and-
cover
yeah.
photo. Yeah.
Yeah, and this one you can go in and make the main thing. You can, like use their stickers. I even used their font tools. I typed out what I wanted, and then hit after you hit like download all the platforms you want to hit. You got to download each picture for each platform, and try not to get them mixed up because I've done that before on YouTube, and some of them's like not fitting in and so forth. But no, that was just by total accident. I want to give a shout out to Motivated One Legger. Hey, brother.
What's up, Motivated One Legger?
Yeah, and
Yes,
Naughty.
Motivate.
I've not heard from Naughty for a while. Hey, brother.
It's good to see Naughty.
So.
Hope you're doing well. It's good to see Jay Potter, Motivated One Legger, always.
Oh yeah, those are some good guys. Good guys.
Dude,
Hopefully I'll get to meet up with Motivated One Legger. Hopefully next spring I'll ride the bike down to his area and we'll meet for lunch or something. So
hey, there you go.
Hopefully be able to do that. But
the song that was before this one, what was it called? I can
Free.
look, but free.
Yeah.
Man, I can tell that you really pulled inspiration from your youth in that one.
Well, yeah, that and on the job, just as a cop, when you work in fatality accident, it's really hard. And
Oh well, I was just talking about like the not the lyrics, but the actual music.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, dude,
It had that it had that 80s, that
oh
rock.
Yeah, oh definitely, man. Like I said, I grew up, on 70s rock and hair metal in the 80s, and You know, I
Yeah,
never did really like Nirvana
KJ
that
made.
much.
I never really was a big fan of Nirvana neither. I'm sure I'll probably lose a few subscribers for
No,
that.
no.
For that remark,
I just never got into that music, you know.
I was into
So
Stone Temple Pilots,
I like Stone Temple Pilots.
but I never
Uh,
could really get into Nirvana.
no, same
But
here.
this album kind of, like in a way, it kind of gives me the Stone Temple type of vibe, because if you listen to their albums from start to finish, like every song is just kind of different, and it really goes to show how versatile they really were.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
And
that's like me. My son, he's like, when I first put this album out, before it even came out, and I was telling him about it and stuff, he's like, did you ever think that you would release a country album? I'm like, no, but it's like, today's country is like, rock from when I was growing up, So it's like a
yeah,
country. And
True
he's like,
Country is listed under
and
True
he's like,
Country today is listed under the genre Americana.
yeah. So he's like, well, you're like a country rock. I'm like, yeah. But like the tracks that I didn't put on this album and the ones that I've made since, I put this album out, or even before the album was out, they're more, I mean, there's one on there that I sent a buddy of mine, and he's like, oh man, this is awesome. He's like, this is like right up there with, Stain. He's like, this makes me think of Stain. And that was like, I'm a huge Stain fan, so that was a compliment.
Oh, I'm a huge Stain fan myself.
There's, and I will talk to you offline about this, and I'm sure I will put out that album, sometime, next year, and but it's it's darker, on some aspect. There's more explicit language in some of the songs, and the topics are a little bit harder. But you've got like you've got a few so far of just average, country songs, and there's another, I guess, fuck you song that I'm really proud of that I finished. So,
Yeah.
I
would
don't
put
give
this.
anything away. So,
I would say, I would say that this is under the genre Americana myself.
yeah. Well,
I mean,
thank you,
I
brother.
wouldn't really. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it country. Like,
Right.
I would
Well, like
call
I
it
said,
Americana.
Yeah. Well, my son called it country rock. So,
I would
he's,
say Americana, man, myself. Just, which is a good thing.
right. Well, thank you very much, brother. I definitely appreciate that. Now,
Because
I have
country
had some
ain't country no more.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I have had some people ask, why I didn't put Pain and Lies on this, because I put a demo of that out. That will be, I'm in the process of redoing that, and that will be on the next next album, if I put one out, which I'm pretty sure that I will, because just when you send somebody a song or a link that you've wrote and you've put yourself into that, and they listen to it and they're like, I'll let someone else listen to this, and they cried, it touched them. That means a lot, to me, because I like to help people. And
Dude, yeah, it does.
if I can help people through my thoughts and my words and my music, I mean, I'm all for that. I mean, it's not about money for me. If something happened and my life changed overnight and I was a successful songwriter, not only my life would change, my family's life, my close friends' lives would change, and total strangers' lives would change, because I do what I say, and ask people to do. I pay it forward every chance I get, and it wouldn't only be me; it would be lots of people. But I mean, that's like when the platform, DistroKid that distributes the album, when they had the price set, I picked the lowest ones that you had to put it out. You can't. So it's. I mean, if you like the album and you cannot afford to buy it, get in contact with me, and I will hook you up with it. So because it's just about helping people.
I've posted like 20 some videos of just me like covering different songs.
Yeah.
A few songs that I've made up on my own, but a lot, mostly covers.
Yeah.
And it was I think I've told you this before, but you can still go and look if she hasn't deleted her channel or anything. It was somebody I'd never even seen before, or the Neil Young, Heart of Gold, and
Yeah.
they commented on it, and they said, "Thank you so much for posting this. My dad is currently on his deathbed, and this just made both of our days."
That's awesome. You know, I
And
mean,
I was just like,
you
"Holy
know,
shit!" Like I
yeah,
was
you
like
know what I'm
taken
talking
back,
about.
man. I
Yeah,
didn't even know what to think.
definitely. You know, if I ever do a cover song, there's two that I would do, and I've checked in on how to buy the rights to do this. One of them would be Tom Petty, "I Won't Back Down," and
Yeah,
one of them, I mean, because that's always kind of been like a personal anthem for me. You know, my growing up, you know, where we're from, and you know, challenges I faced growing up and things I've been through. That song's always stuck with me as like my personal theme. You know, "I Won't Back Down," and I've
yeah,
had
I like
people
that
tell me,
song.
you know, they're like, "Man, you don't back down. You just go in, you know, guns blazing." Then my second one is Green Day, "Time of Your Life." Those would be two I would like to try to cover. You
That
know,
would be a good song to cover.
so yeah,
Yeah, that would
yeah,
be a good one to
because
cover.
that one has a lot of meaning right there. That one has a lot of meaning. Uh,
Yeah, I
the other,
heard Glenn Campbell cover that song a few days ago.
oh, did you?
I was scrolling, and it
Yeah,
popped up Glenn Campbell covering Green Day, "Time of My
yeah.
Life,"
So I
and he
mean,
did
but
a
you know,
damn good.
yeah,
I'll send it to you, man. He did a real good
yeah,
job.
definitely send that to me. Now these next two tracks, they're just basically, you know, the first one's Redneck Style. That's talking about, you know, hot redneck women and the way that they can do anything, you know. And then, like I said, the second one is or the one after that is "It's a Party," and this was the one that was really hard for me to play for my mom, and but she loved it. You know, she loved it. So, you know, hopefully you guys
Did
enjoy
she?
those. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, she loved both of those, but "It's a Party" was her favorite one.
That's the one after this Redneck Style, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to hit it and press play. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging, and it's been fun. Let's rock and roll it out.
Oh yeah, we got one more after this.
Pouring blowing out front means my girl is here. Hot up in the Jeep and she blows in my ear. Mean little grin comes across her face. She don't care where the time or place. She's got redneck style. She's got a redneck grace. My redneck girl with a pretty face. Her body beats all I've ever seen. A little devil inside my redneck queen. The way she moves, the way she talks, her fine ass and the way she walks, and yoga pants, her cut off jeans. That's my girl, she's my redneck queen. Stashed in the front, if you know what I mean. Redneck style, redneck grace. That redneck girl makes my heart race. Redneck style, redneck grace. My redneck girl, yeah, she's all class. I can't keep myself from staying. She's got a redneck grace. My redneck girl with a pretty face. Her body beats all I've ever seen. A little devil inside my redneck queen. She can talk and talk, she can walk and walk, get old work boots and cut off jeans. She's stacked in front like you've never seen. She's got a redneck style, she's got a redneck grace. My redneck girl with a pretty face. Her body beats all I've ever seen. A little devil inside my redneck queen. talk the talk, she can walk the walk in old work boots and cut off jeans. She's stacked in front like you've never seen. She's got a redneck style, she's got a redneck grace. My redneck girl with a pretty face. Her body beats all I've ever seen. A little redneck queen. Redneck style, redneck grace. That redneck girl makes my heart race. Redneck style, redneck grace. My redneck girl, yeah, she's on class. I can't keep myself from staring at her ass. She's got a redneck style, she's got a redneck grace. My redneck girl with a pretty face, with body beats all I've ever seen. A little devil inside my redneck queen. Here's some whiskey, take another shot. Don't stop till we're in a knot. Dancing close, I hold you tight. She whispered, boy, tonight's the night. Get loud, it's a party. Raise a little hell, girl, show me that body. You and me, or me and you. Our clothes come off, now it's just us two. Get loud, it's a party. Raise a little hell, girl, let's get naughty. In the back of my truck down at the lake. Give me what you got, give me all I can take. Push and pull with me on top. As you say, boy, please don't stop. I tremble, you shake. We're so close, our bodies ache. Get loud, it's a party. Raise a little hell, girl, show me that body. You and me, or me and you. Our clothes come off, now it's just us two. Get loud, it's a party. Raise a little hell, girl, let's get naughty. It's a party. Raise a little hell, girl, show me that body. You and me, or me and you. Our clothes come off, now it's just us two. Get loud, it's a party. Raise a little hell, girl, let's get naughty. Daylight's here as the morning breaks, party's over. Night's at an end as she screams out, let's go again. Get loud, it's a party. Raise a little hell, girl, show me that body. You and me, or me and you. Our clothes come off, now it's just us two. Get loud, it's a party. Raise a little hell, girl, let's get naughty. Get loud, it's a party. Raise a little hell, girl, show me that body. You and me, or me and you. Our clothes come off, now it's just us two. Get loud, it's a party. Raise a little hell, girl, let's get naughty.
So that was one of the songs I had actually had listened to.
Okay.
And
What
I
you
remember
think about that one?
I remember my original response to that one. I told you that that one made me get in the mood to hit up Tinder. It made me want to. It made me want to find somebody to party with.
Yeah, that song's brought to you by Tinder. No, that just actually what
Yeah.
the I was trying to think about the idea for that song. I was driving down the road and my grandson was listening. I picked him up from school. He was listening to Maddox Batson. That's some like new singer that's like a teen that he's into, and he was listening to
All right.
he was listening to a one of his songs, and I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, that's too loud. Turn that down. And he's like, it's a party, pops. And I'm like, get loud. It's a party. And I jotted that down, through my voice app. And so I got home and I wrote that song. I wrote that one. It took a little while to write that one because I had bits that I wrote before that I added to that. But, I'm like I said, I was happy with the finished product. I was nervous to play it for Mother Goose, but she absolutely loved it, So she absolutely loved it.
And she probably jumped up and started dancing.
Well, no, she didn't do that, but she definitely liked it. I do want to say hello to. Yeah, she may have did that after I left, but I do want to say hello to Shotty J and everyone in the comments.
Yes.
MOL,
what he said.
KJ, Crystal with a K, everyone that was commenting on that and so forth. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. I can't see some of the comments went back up, but yeah, that's my first album. And that's what you hear is what I heard in my head as I was writing it and putting everything together. And I hope everyone enjoyed it.
And that's organic as you can get.
Yeah, and you mentioned too, everybody, you need to play that like in a live, just play the whole thing. You're more than welcome to do that if you want to, brother. I will.
What's that again?
You mentioned in a comment there, it's way back up there, that would be good to play live. I don't know if you meant like live in person or
I meant like
straight through.
Well, whenever I'm listening to this, I'm just imagining like how good it would sound in person.
Right. Well,
it would really enhance it, if it was live in person.
I still,
and I'll tell you,
that's not out of the ballpark, but it's still, just 20 at this point. So
I'll tell everybody that's in the chat or anybody that ever listens to this some advice from the doc here. When you're listening to music, use headphones.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because headphones are the way to go when it comes to music. You can hear music in a whole new profound way if you're wearing headphones,
Yeah, definitely. So
headphones,
thank you very much.
Suggest.
Thank you very much, MOL. I appreciate that.
Yeah, MOL is the man.
Shady J, gal's clothes might come up on the dance floor.
Well, that's what we're aiming for.
Well,
Shady J just might have gave you a new lyric right there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Jot that down. Gal's clothes might come off on the dance floor.
I'll definitely do that.
Get
do you
your
see
Dana
that
Hall
gal?
notebook.
Do you see that gal? She's dancing with my pal.
Yeah. It rhymes.
But, yeah, there you go. But this last song is, I dropped it today on my page. If you've never heard it, it's called Life in the Holler. It is about growing up and living in the head of a holler, and your family has a tradition of growing marijuana. And it's also kind of my Easter egg tribute to one of my first country rock songs I fell in love with growing up is Copperhead Road by Steve Earle. And,
that's the Tennessee state song now.
Yeah. Oh no, I did not know that. So,
yeah, they made it the Tennessee state song.
I did not know that. But if you've listened to that song, he talks about his dad's name, and the title of the song, Copperhead Road, is "Pass Out the Panty Liners." That's I read that wrong, Trolling for Jesus. I thought I was talking about the pins there first.
He said Goose is loose.
Yeah. Goose is old. Goose is old man. But you know, even at the end of it, it talks about the last house on Copperhead Road. So this song was just me, imagining what it would be like to be in a family like that and living next door to the Pettimores. Be friends with them and so forth. So,
Dude, that would be wild.
Yeah, and this is my version of that, and it ends with, this version was different than the demo version I put out because I wanted to give it that big concert feel, like if you were at a concert and a live event and you heard that, that final song that they were playing, and that's how I edited everything and put it together that way, and so forth.
Yeah, this is the final song on the album, everybody.
Yeah,
and
I do want to thank everyone again in chat. My phone's about to die, so I'm gonna hop off and start it, Shotty. But I do want to thank everyone again in chat. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you for your love, your support, the kindness you've shown me. Pay it forward to anyone if you can, even if that means opening up a door for them, giving them a smile, telling them to have a good day. It's the little things that mean a lot and can change the world a lot. And Shotty, thank you very much for having me on, brother. Sorry it took us a while to reschedule, but I'm glad we finally got it
that's
done.
mostly my fault.
Nah, bro. If you want to use any of this for any streams you do, you feel free. Go right ahead, brother. And if anybody wants to contact me.
It's been fun, man. It's been a lot of fun. I think we could talk music all night.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have to make sure I've got my computer and everything hooked up next time. It's at Mother Goose.
We need to start our own music podcast.
Oh, we could definitely do that. So thank you again, Shotty J, Crystal with a K, KJ, Deerfield, MOL, everyone. Thank you very much.
And same here. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging and kicking it with us. And
thank you, James. Appreciate that, brother.
Merry Christmas to all.
Yep.
And after I play this last song, to all a good night.
Yep. Well,
but I'll still be.
I appreciate you again, and thank you all very much. So,
if anything else is going down on YouTube, I might be lurking around. You might see me somewhere else tonight. Who knows? But I'm going to hit this last song up, and I'm going to end it, everybody. And once again, y'all are the best.
Love you guys.
Everybody in this chat is pretty awesome people, and thank you for that. Life in the Holler.
Addicted to them pills, I never got on them, but I grew a little pot. Eastern Kentucky grows the best you ever got. We grew weed in my hometown, a family secret passed on down. Daddy half friend, Mr. John Lee Pettimore. They learned from their daddies like the daddies before. Before. Some say Daddy was wrong and judged by his misdeed. He was a hard-working man with a belly to feed. That was life in the holler. That was life in the hills. That was life in the mountains. And how we paid the bills. We grew weed in our hometown, a family secret passed on down. Daddy had a friend, Mr. John Lee Pettimore. They learned from from their daddies like their daddies before. That was life in the mountains. That was life in the hills. That was how my daddy paid the bills. My parents passed some time ago. The tradition continues as a new generation grows. We grew in my hometown. A family secret passed on down. Daddy had a friend, Mr. John Lee, and more. They learned from their daddies like their daddies before. Stop on by, people alone. We're the last house on Comfort and Road. Stop on by, pick up a load. We're the last house on Copperhead Road.